Hey everybody, it's editor Youssef. I went on this long, I guess. It's not a rant, but it's kind of a talking point here. And I want to say the same thing. I want to, not be as long about it. so we have more of the actual story to deal with. And I wanted to talk about the story because it interests me a little bit. Now, one of the things, let me go ahead and trigger warning and talk about race because it belongs in the game, right? The elves are a race and the regular humans are a race, so we're talking about two different races. But since we don't have that in normal times, we can do like Marvel does and talk about the mutants versus the humans when you're really talking about black people or Jewish people versus white people. So anyway, I think this game is pretty interesting because it creates a universe in which the two types of people have switched. Right, in the first universe, the elves are superior, even though there are no full-blooded elves for some reason. They're all half-elf, and there's one dwarf, right, and no other dwarves for some reason. Just the one that raised Lloyd, and then we're gonna forget about that whole race. Super weird. They'll bring up that they're dwarves. They got dwarves, they got angels, they got elves, and they've got humans. But the humans are full human. The elves are half human, which makes me really want to know what a whole elf looks like. They got angels that are all angel, or you could just turn into an angel by praying to altars, apparently. And they got dwarves, of which there's one that Lloyd, had as a dad. All right. The thing that's interesting is this game basically covers half elves and humans so far, and when you go to the next world, their social status flips. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like blows my mind because I've never seen a story do that before. That's why I think it's worth noting. You're not going to talk to me, are you? Okay. All right. So, in like normal society, I'm not going to get into anything too tight, but, it could be said that, white people are kind of the top of the societal chain or whatever. I mean, granted, there are, black people that make a ton of money and stuff like that. But when it comes to generational wealth, when it comes to owning land, when it comes to passing things down from father to son or mother to daughter or whatever, white people definitely have more to pass down. I believe that, whoever's listening to this, if you're white and you have a crappier situation, I'm obviously not talking about you. I'm talking about as a whole, and that puts them higher on the system or whatever. That, and that there's more of them. They're a majority in pretty much every place they inhabit, other than what India, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna veer off into something I have no idea about. What I think is very interesting would be the idea that you would step into another universe in which everything was flipped. You know what I'm saying? Whereas black people would be on top of everything, and white people would be below everything. But, you still have Latinos and all that stuff just kind of hanging around like the dwarves. It would be really crazy to me, for like, we'll say Barack Obama's president, and instead of him being the first black president, he's the first white president because he is biracial after all. So it would be the exact same Barack Obama, but people will be complaining differently, and white people would be sitting there complaining about how they're being treated by black people. Hashtag not all black people. It's kind of an interesting thing to think about when you extrapolate what they're trying to do in this game. The thing that really bothers me is that there's a lot of times that I play games, watch media, and things like that, in which they'll present this sort of idea, of intermingling of the two. I mean, because I've got a biracial relationship. My wife is German. She's a white German person. She's about as white as you can get, unless she was redheaded. And my children are biracial. And to me, it's not that far-fetched of an idea, just like, I guess everything else, because I live this life. But when you talk about these sort of things, it's very difficult, because there's a certain amount of people who don't like these things. You always have to introduce ideas in a certain context, but never go deep into them, because people are gonna whine and complain that they didn't show up for the politics. However, in order to tell a story, you have to add some sort of difficulty. You have to add some sort of turmoil, especially if it's a story on this big a scale when there's two universes involved, and it just drives me crazy, because they won't do anything with it, and I know it. I mean, you take one look at the characters and you see that they're all chibi size and everything. It's cute, it's interesting, but it's very surface level at best. It's an interesting idea that they brought forth that they can do a lot of stuff with, but it could be troublesome, so they'll just continue the game and they'll just leave the nuance of it to pot. So all you're really supposed to understand is that elves think they're better, like they're like the elven kind in one universe looks down on humans to a point where they're farming them in a ranch, right? And then in the other place, the humans look down on the elves to the point where they're locking them in laboratories for their whole life. That is a crazy idea that beckons so many more questions. You know what I'm saying? So much more understanding of your society and how that's supposed to even how the fuck does your society get to the point where you look at people who aren't even whole elves, they're half elves, and you treat them like shit? And then you go to the flip side, and how does that society happen so that the opposite happens? What the hell happened in your history? That, was it a war? Because usually that's what it is. It's a war, or there's an issue with slavery or something like that. It's crazy. But, if they do talk about it, then I'll give this game a lot of credit. But it's a Tales of game, and Tales of games never really reach from what I understand, I'm still working my way through the series. They never quite get to the point where the storytelling is anything exceptional. You know what I mean? So, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just flabbergasted that they were able to create a society that opened up, room for discussion, and I have a feeling in my gut that they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to state that things happen. People are over here now. What's her name? The chick with the cards. She's from a society that's been ousted from the main area you know, why is that? What the hell happened? Like, we're never gonna know. We're not gonna pick up any books on the side and be able to read about it. Nothing of the sort. And that's a, you know, it's a shame, because this game has a chance to go into extra depth, and it's not going to. And if anybody wants me to point out more examples of where people froze up on going into more depth, then I'd be happy to. You know, the second Star Wars thing with Rey and Kylo Ren, Cloak and Dagger, the TV show, just let them kiss. I mean, look, how many times are you gonna have a white girl and a black dude stare in each other's eyes, hold each other's hands, and then proclaim loudly that they can't do anything without each other, without them having any sort of romantic feelings towards each other within the series? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's disappointing on a lot of different levels. So yeah, for sure. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the story. Sorry for the departure. I know some of you guys, you don't come here for the politics. Just want to know about the game that has politics in the storyline. You know, it's fair enough. Anyway.
Kratos!
Oh damn, Kratos is just chilling there.
Are you trying to take Colette away?
I have no intention of fighting you inside the city.
You're about to say, this dude drew down. It's like, chill, bruh. Whoa!
You still lack the skills to defeat me.
Well, maybe if we go at him in single file, we have a chance. Maybe if we battle him in a narrow corridor where our numbers don't matter. That'd be awesome. I'm surprised they didn't run like everybody else does, right? They're like, Kratos, god damn it. Let's get out of here.
Don't insult me!
I merely speak the truth. Chosen One, if you wish to live, you must remove that worthless key crest.
No. I'm never taking it off. Lloyd gave this to me.
Foolish sentiments.
He wasn't after Colette?
Yeah, all he wanted to do was the half-ass dump some information. So you need to drop the key crest. No. Okay, bye. Thanks. Nice seeing you again.
Man, what an arrogant SOB. Talking as if he knows everything.
While we're on the subject of ways of talking, why don't you do something about the vulgar language?
He said SOB.
Anyway, Lloyd, we must go see this Kate person.
Yeah, let's get going.
Come on. Tanya wants to leave again. We can't go in from the front. Let's go through the secret passage. Jeez, really? That's it, right? Yeah. It's you! We've saved our friends and came back with Preseas, just like we promised. Yes, you're right. The strange mana produced by the fusion of elven and human blood. Aren't you guys half human? You really do have half-elf friends. I've heard this story. Preseas creating a Cruxus crystal inside her body? Yes, that's correct. We call it the Angelus Project. The Angelus Project? That's the project my mom was involved in. Do you think that your boy is is what, a quarter elven?
What's a quarter elf?
His mom would be half elf, and maybe his dad is a human, so
Or
they had a kid.
Or maybe her mom is an elf and the dad is a human.
See, if he was half elf, he'd have pointy ears.
What?
Mm-hmm.
But how could that be possible?
I don't know. The other half-elven characters have pointy ears, too. We talked about it the other day, but they have their hair covering their ears, so you can't really see it. But, I mean, you're half black and half white, so if you marry, whoever you marry will be... Well, if you marry a white person, then you would be...
Well, I'm marrying Christopher. I definitely.
Okay, well, if you do that, then your kid will be 25%. What do you reach? Oh, a pillow? Your kid will be a quarter white. She's not going to marry Christopher. You guys are too close together in age. I mean, too close together in knowing each other. Statistically speaking, it's not going to happen. Every person that you grow up with, you start to see as a brother after a while. It's weird. I've only met one.
Telling your daughter, statistically speaking.
Yeah. I'm crushing her dreams. Your mom grew up with a she was a baby with a guy, took baths with him when she was a baby, and I haven't even met the dude yet, so anyway, sorry guys. I'll omit all of this part. The X-Sphere itself is nothing special. It just has a special key crest placed on it. The key crest delays the X-Sphere's parasitic process, which can take place over a few days or up to several decades. It seems that this can cause X-Spheres to mutate into Cruxus crystals. The parasitic infection of the X-Sphere is the parasitic infection of the X-Sphere the reason why Preseas' emotional response is so subdued? So she's just like Colette. If we leave Presea like this, what will happen to her? When the parasitic process is complete, she will die. Okay, then. That's horrible. Please save her. What did she ever do to you? Nothing. She hasn't done anything. She's just matched in the compatibility test. You promised you're going to save her, right? Yes, I know. You didn't discriminate against half-elves. I'll keep my promise. Kate, are you sure? If you do that, a promise is a promise. In order to save Presea, speak to a dwarf named Altessa, who lives deep in the Gaurachia forest. Jeez. There are dwarves in this world too? Yes, he and I participated in this experiment by the order of the Pope. Yes? Speak loudly.
That guy next to that.
With the red hair?
No,
With the green hair? Yeah, he is. He's got the pointy ears. And the other lady with green hair's got pointy ears too. And don't call him a pathetic old man. Sorry, I forgot to read that last one. Oh my, that's unusual. That's unusual. A half-elf siding with the Pope? I'm not siding with him. Anyway, have Altessa repair Presea's key crest. Lloyd, can't you fix it? To be honest, I can't even tell the difference between this and the normal key crest. It'd probably be faster to search for that dwarf Altessa. Then it's settled. Shall we head to Gaurachia Forest? Yeah, though could there be a connection between the Pope and the Descians? Sorry, early morning is hard to read. I'm getting old. Yes, I'm wondering about that too. Why am I playing video games? Because I'm not old enough to care. Yeah, I should be like reading things with bifocals by now. Oh, this is the place I left in. Alright, so we're going to Gaurachia Forest. Gaurachia Forest, whatever. This is the forest? Yeah, what's up? Okay. Whoa, this place is creepy. Wow, it's dark. Colette, you're awfully cheery. Sorry. Okay. Those guys again. Whoops, it's the Papal Knights. Zelos, the Chosen, you are in the way of the Pope. I've known that since I was a kid. Then that makes things simple. It's time for you to die. I like how he didn't say it with an exclamation point, but with a period. Really? Are we really doing this? Mr. I block everything?
This takes concentration. Ready for this?
Let's go, Corinne.
First stage.
No way.
You see what? Oh wow, she got a cute move. Oh, he's dead? Okay, cool.
Man, I rule. I'm so cool.
That's so cool.
He is pretty cool. We won, but what are we going to do now? What else before they bring in reinforcements? We'll get the heck out of here, but to where? Perhaps Altus's place? Yeah, of course. Exactly. Alright. Let me change to Preseas. Excuse you. She seems to have cooler moves here. Alright. The function of the Sorcerer's Ring changed. Hey, that time it emits light. It's like a lamp. What do we use it for? The forest is dark, so there may be some plants that react strongly to light. Thanks, Tanya.
Not much of a specimen.
Angel feathers. Found a weakness. Good job, everyone.
That automatically puts me in the field. The Gaurachia forest used to be just a normal forest a long time ago. Oh, really? But then one day, a thief hid a stolen treasure deep in the forest. Treasure? What kind of treasure? It was a jewel worth several billion gold. He slaughtered everyone who came looking for it. So anyway, yeah. Whoa, that's horrible. Over time, the forest became stained with blood, transforming into a cursed place, haunted by the lingering resentment that people had or whatever. Ugh, are you serious? Ah, you're just trying to scare us, right? Even now, when travelers enter the forest, the thief's ghosts come to kill him. And the ones he killed also seek to increase their numbers. That's what the zombies are all about, I guess. Ooh-ah! Sheesh. Not even 3-year-olds believe stories like that these days. I'm out of what?
This is gonna be cake.
I'm mad that guy uppercutted me in the middle of my super move.
Help is on the way. Nurse. Ready for this? All right.